Hey guys, so today is one of my favorite quarterly videos to share with you, and it is my homeschool favorites. So if you are a homeschooler or you love educational products, stick around. All right guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. My name is Abby and I am a homeschooling mom of 4 kids right now. They are 5th grade, 3rd grade, kindergarten, and then I have a toddler. And I love to share the products that have been working in our homeschool, things that have promoted our educational experience at home, as well as just some fun family products that are educational. Today's video is sponsored by Reading Eggs, so I want to share about that real quick, and then we will hop right into the homeschooling favorites. Today's video is sponsored by Reading Eggs, and you guys know I love Reading Eggs. It is the only app I allow all of my kids access to. They also love to play Reading Eggs on my computer during school. Reading Eggs is designed for 2 to 13-year-olds, and within the program, there are 3 different programs. Reading Eggs Junior for 2 to 4-year-olds, Reading Eggs for 3 to 7-year-olds, and Reading Eggs Express for 7 to 13-year-olds. What I'm showing you today is their mega book pack, and this is the ultimate activity book bundle for children who are learning to read. So this book pack is suitable for ages 4 to 7. It can be used alone, or it really complements the app if your kids are using the app. I love how much the illustrations are similar to the app, so my kids are gonna love this because it's gonna look very familiar to them. Within this book pack are beginning to read flashcards that have 36 word building cards, 40 high frequency word cards, and 5 phonics games. Alphabet flashcards that have 52 alphabet and word cards plus 7 phonics games. There are 80 reading books that reinforce your child's reading and phonics skills, and these are a really great way to introduce them to physical books, and like I said, these look so much like the app. And then within those book packs are 400 colorful stickers and 8 mini posters that help your child track their reading progress. And again, this looks so similar to some of the games that they're playing within the app. There are also 8 jam-packed activity books that match the first 80 lessons of the Reading Eggs program. Research is showing that children enjoy the greatest gains in learning by using a combination of digital and print resources. So with these fun activity books, flashcards, reading books, it's a great way to allow your child to practice their essential reading and writing skills offline. I'm going to put a link in the description box below where you can try Reading Eggs for free for 30 days with no credit card required. I'm also going to put a $5 discount code in the description box as well, and that is for any of the workbooks or book packs from readingeggshop.com. So if you are ready to join 10 million users worldwide and get started today, make sure you click that link below. And just a little bit more info before I let you guys go. 91% of parents report a noticeable improvement in their child's reading ability within weeks, and I have to say that is definitely true here in our home. I love this app, I love this program because I really feel like it supports me as a home educator and allows my kids to have a little bit more reinforcement, and it fills in the gaps that I'm always afraid I'm missing. So make sure you check out that link below. Thank you so much, Reading Eggs, for sponsoring today's video. Let's move on to my homeschooling favorites. Okay, I do have the windows open right now. It is a beautiful Florida day, and I'm just gonna run with it. So you might hear cars passing by every now and then. I am in no particular order going to just start sharing what is to my left here. It's all over the place as far as like some preschool stuff, some family stuff, some, upper elementary stuff. So I'm just gonna grab what is here first. So the first thing I have to share with you is this little lemonade standoff game. This is by Learning Resources, and it comes with 4 mini lemonade stands with cups and trays. This is really such a cute little game. So this comes with all these little coins here. I play it differently with Annie than you're supposed to. This is really more of an Eli game, but she does like to play with it as well. It comes with this lemonade stand, and then it comes with these pink lemonade cups and a lid, and then the regular yellow lemonade cups and a lid, and then all these different cards here. So all these cards have different you know, the lemonade cups are stacked differently inside those cards. And then it also comes with 4 of these little lemonade stands. Now the way that this works is they look at one of these cards and they try to memorize it, and then they try to rearrange the lemonade cups on the stand like the card was, and they flip the card over and see if they were right. If they were right, they get the number of coins that's displayed on the bottom here, and they can put that in their lemonade stand. It's basically a memory matching game, but you know, they're using tangible objects instead of just arranging cards, which I appreciate. And then, like I said, there's just different ways you can make up to play with it. So Annabeth and I will look at them and like complete patterns, or she just likes to play with them and arrange them just looking at the card instead of doing it by memory. But she does have to pay attention to which one gets the lid, or if any of them have the lid. We're talking about left and right now on the little tray. So it's been, I mean, it's not necessarily for her age, but we have modified it a little bit to play with her as well. So that is the first favorite I have to share with you this month, and I cannot get the box closed. Next is something you guys have seen before. It is this mini pocket microscope. I love the 1,000 Hours Outdoors Challenge. Actually, let me go ahead and tell you about that first. 1,000 hours outside. It is a definite favorite in our home. We started this challenge back in July, and then I lost track of our hours, and so I just decided to start fresh in January, because something that's going according to the calendar is perfect versus being kind of off schedule like July through June. So I have seen this challenge blow up online. If you guys are on Instagram, follow her. It's just at 1,000 hours outside. And this is essentially just a challenge to promote being outside with your kids. It works out to being a little less than 3 hours a day, although there are beach days where we spend 8 hours outside, and that helps us make up for the days where we maybe just get 1 hour outside. She has tracking sheets online. So I chose this one for the first 100, and then I chose this one to keep track of all of our 1,000 hours outside. What I think I'm gonna do is keep reprinting the first 100 sheet and then fill in each set of 100 as we fill in this sheet, just because the kids can see more progress being made here. So I think we're gonna keep it going by the hundreds instead of working on this one main tracking sheet at a time. So there's that. So because of that, my kids have, of course, been doing a little bit more nature study than we had been doing prior. And so these have made their way back around our patio and our backyard. These are so fun. They are around $10 a piece, and these are great little microscopes. I've been amazed by what we've been able to see with this. We were able to see pollen in a flower. We found a dead bee, and we were able to see tons of details with it, as well as like details on leaves. And you can take this and put it right down on the ground to look at things, or you can place something in this little tray. It has a little light on it, and I wish there was a way to just really show you. So the zoom, it's 20 times to 40 times zoom. I wish there was a way to show you in the camera, but you'll have to take my word for it. These are quite amazing, to be honest with you, and all of my kids have one of their own. I meant to show you this in my stocking stuffer guide, and I'm so mad that I forgot. I was so mad when I was editing that video, but it was just too much work to go back and do it again. But you'll see this again as an Easter basket suggestion. Next, I have this, I think this is also from Learning Resources. This is like the Rock and Gem kit. It is a little matching kit, so it's all plastic, and it comes with a bunch of these little rocks, and then this is for Annabeth. She takes this little hammer and chisel and breaks these little rocks open. Let me get it open here. And then inside, each rock has, she hasn't put them back together the right way, but each rock has the, you know, so there'd be 2 blue pieces or 2 red pieces, and then there's a coordinating gem that fits inside. She has so much fun matching up the gems with the rocks, opening them, sorting them, closing them back up. This is a really fun thing to keep in the homeschool room if you have kids who want to be in there but aren't necessarily old enough to be doing schoolwork with you guys. This is a fun, fine motor activity as well as sorting and matching. So this is a definite favorite. All of my kids like playing with this. Like, honestly, even my 10-year-old likes to play with this, but this is for my almost 3-year-old. Next I have Sculptor Palooza. We played this game a ton on our ski trip. This is a great family game, and it's not mindless. There's 4 ways to play. It comes with, it's not sculpting clay, it's that that like foam, play foam that doesn't dry out. So there's 4 different ways to play. It all depends on what you roll or what you spin. You either have to use it as a prop, the foam, and act out like charade style, or you have to build something on your face, or you have to build something with your eyes closed, or you have to build it just like traditionally on the table. So this is fun. It's definitely been interesting to play with the different age groups in my family, but we do try to keep it even by, you know, assembling the teams ourselves. And then, yeah, it's been a fun game to have around. It's definitely like given us a little bit of family tension sometimes, but I actually appreciate when games do that because then we can work some things out. So it's definitely a great one to have around in the schoolroom. Another game that I told you guys I was so excited to give my kids, I had been waiting so long to find a good deal on this, I never really did, is TenZ. This is a great game by itself. It would just be this tube, and it's all about just like rolling the dice quick as you can to roll all the same number. But then the 77 ways to play TenZ is a great addition to it. And this is just 77 different ways. So 6Z, not a speed game. Everyone rolls 10 dice. Any 6s that are rolled get put into the center. Repeat again and again. The first player with no dice yells 10Z and wins. Pair Z, be the first to roll 5 different pairs. Then there are some challenges to try to roll and have them arranged and try to arrange them to be in that pattern. Noisy, make a funny noise every time you roll. There was a funny one where we were like doing barn, you know, everybody had to pick a barn animal and then they were all like mooing and oinking as they were rolling. It was really funny. This would be a fun one because of its size and then just the different cards to put a binding clip through and just keep it in your morning basket to kind of break up your morning basket if you do that, or just having it around in the schoolroom. So I really like this. It was worth the wait. I think I had it on my list for like a year and then I finally just went ahead and got it. These learning National Geographic balanced stepping stones. I saw this on one of my friend's Instagram and she got it for her son, something similar to this for her son for his birthday. This is really great for rainy days, or really great if you just don't have time to get outside but somebody needs to get some energy out. It's all these different little foam squishy stepping stones, and then we've just set it up to where the kids like to play like the floor is lava with it, or just set it up in a circle and they hop back and forth. How many come in here? 10 different stepping stones. They're great for indoor use. They do slide a tiny bit on our floor, but they do have a pretty decent grip, and I'm sure there's something I could put on the bottom to help it a little more, but if you have carpet, these would be good to go. This is just, I keep it in my homeschool room all the time right now instead of like rotating it in like I do with other toys, just because this has many, many uses, and it's not just for my younger ones. All my kids have benefited from that. I did show you guys this book. I gave this to my daughter for Christmas and I have really enjoyed watching her go through this. If you have preteens, it's kind of an awkward age for activity books. They're either like really young or they're a little bit too difficult. This, My Beautiful Room book, is such a fun book. This is all about designing their dream room, and they do colors and patterns and textures, and there's all sorts of fun little resources in here, and they write in it, and they cut things out and they paste them. So I really like this book. This one is $14.99 and it's pretty thick, so it's well worth the investment. And then it's just fun because that's kind of where her headspace is right now. She's almost 11 and it's definitely really perfect for her. These have made a reappearance in our home. I've had these same little shoes for a few years now, and it always catches me by surprise. My kids, I have never once really taught my kids to tie their shoes at an appropriate age, and it always hits us at a really bad time. Like, for example, in the middle of the basketball court is when I realize that my child does not know how to tie his shoe. It's in the middle of a game. He's embarrassed, I'm embarrassed. So these are great because I think these are by Alex Toys. I think last time I checked on Amazon, they might not have been available, but I'm sure there are other sellers. I'll link it below if they are. I like these because the laces are long, they are big and easy for them to do. they're not like bent over learning to tie their shoe while it's on their foot. And it also teaches them how to lace the shoes properly. So these have come back around, and now it's something that I've just kept in our the little bin that we have in our schoolroom for them to get some practice whenever they need to. The Kiwi Crates have made a reappearance as well in our home because of the deal they had back at Christmas time. I went ahead and got all of my kids Kiwi Crates. Annie, I got her the Koala Crate again. Eli, I moved him up to the Kiwi Crate. Isabella has been doing the Doodle Crate. She's loving that one. And then I got Jesse the Tinker Crate because he was kind of at an in-between age, and I didn't want him to have the same one as Eli had, the Kiwi Crate. So this is like one of my favorite projects he's ever gotten. This is a, what is it called exactly? Just a create your own spin art machine. So he had to do all of the wiring. They taught him how to do that and set that whole thing up. But he also has enjoyed it. Now that he's built it, he's enjoying the product that he built. It is a spin art machine, and it's come with all the paints. Oh, it's wet inside right now. He was just playing with it before I started filming this video. This was a really fun Saturday night for our family. We did this last Saturday. Instead of doing a board game, I brought out all of their different crates. So, yeah, so he did all this wiring, and then he flipped a switch and it starts spinning. So it's just a traditional spin art machine. But it's cool because a lot of times they'll get projects that once they're built, that's all. But these Tinker Crates actually serve a purpose once they're built. So I wanted to share that because I had never shared the Tinker Crate. I think I've shared the Kiwi Crate and the Koala Crate, but I hadn't shared the Tinker Crate. So this is really great for that like 9 to 13-year-old age range. My husband did have to step in and help him a little bit. He is 8 years old, so there were a couple things he didn't quite understand, like the little, these little wires right here. I don't even know what it is because I wasn't doing it with him, John was, but I wanted to share that with you guys. They're having a deal right now. I'll put the discount code down below. This is not sponsored by them, of course, but I did want to share it with you guys. So the next thing, my brother got these for the kids for Christmas. These Dr. Craig's books, What is God Like? God is Everywhere. What is God Like? God is Spirit. God is Forever. And then in the back, or maybe it's in the front, where does it show you? Here. And then they also have all of these different titles. These are really simple. They're explained very well, but definitely at like a 3, 4, 5-year-old's understanding level, and they're really bright illustrations. So I wanted to share this with you guys in case you have kids who just ask lots of questions. And you want to share some spiritual truths but don't really know how to approach those. This was a really sweet gift, and we have a little basket where we keep our devotionals, and we've just kept these in there for them to grab whenever they want to, and we can read them with them. Write and draw your own comics. This is a big hit. This is a Christmas gift, so this is another one you guys might have seen. My kids are loving this. So here are the different contents in here. This has been a fun addition to our homeschool day. I love just keeping books and activity books out for them to grab in between subjects, or just to kind of like de-escalate tense moments. They're still learning, but they're not necessarily sitting down being lectured. So it's got action drawings and then all sorts of fun different blanks to fill in as well. Oh no, the pencil just fell out. As well as just some blank pages for them to just have a good time. So this is fun. It can be as educational as you want it to be. Like, you can tell them what you want them to write a comic book about, or they can just follow the prompts that are in there. I also have write and design your own magazines for Isabella. And then I just got comic book paper for Eli. And then, is this the last one? Yes, the last favorite I have to show you is this bead sequencing set. Annie is loving this. And so as long as, like, if she's not content and she doesn't want any of the toys that she's got out, this has been like my secret weapon with her lately. I'll say, do you want to do your beads? And she's like, yes! So the way this works, I just slid the little plastic piece off the top so it doesn't all fall out. The way this works is you put these different dowels in these holes here, and there's tons of these little patterning boards you put behind it. And then I've had to do them with her because, for example, there are three different that she could misunderstand as being the same shape. So there's this shape, and this shape. And if she's looking at that board, it might look like the same shape to her, but they're not all the same. So I have had to help her a little bit with that. I think she's getting the hang of it, but she's loving this. She likes to make her own patterns. We've been doing our own like just color patterns, but then there's also these sequencing not cards, but blocks, I don't know, just a different pattern, little wooden strips there. Words are not my best friend sometimes when I'm filming. So this has been great, and this box is a great box to reuse for other purposes. Like, I'm all about finding different bins for sensory bins, so there's that. So those are my homeschooling favorites for the month. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what some of your favorite items are in your homeschool right now. And thank you so much, Reading Eggs, for sponsoring today's video. All the information for that is in the description box below. Bye, friends.